Hello, everyone. I'm hoping everyone's having a good day during this. Do we call it a crisis? An event? I don't know. I'm already bored of it. I'm not trying to take it lightly. It's pretty serious. But, yeah, this is a sucky time for us as Canadians, Torontonians, as human beings, I guess. Sometimes we're seeing a bit of the best and a bit of the worst of our society right now. Yeah, I wanted to share something on a lighter note. My brick haul. Got a bunch of stuff. Got some eBay stuff here. 5 packages. A little story time with some of them. A little drama. Some with no drama. And then my buddy who had called me up got me a deal from Connect Tire. You know what? That's a good place to start as any. So he calls me up the other day and he goes, listen, I get this huge discount, 35%, blah, blah, blah. Any Lego you want. I misunderstood because I thought maybe there was some sales or something. He was just going to do some shopping and use his employee discount or whatever. And, he hit me up for the Star Wars stuff. And it's like, well, there's only a few that I want. And the ones that he saw were already ones I had, blah, blah, blah. But then I thought, there was some other stuff I wanted. Wrecking Ball from Overwatch and Junkrat and Roadhog. I'm not terribly familiar with the Overwatch sets. I have, of course, the limited promos, Blizzard and Lego. Don't know why I don't see them right now. But yeah, I still got a bunch of those and some in storage. A rainy day little piece of treasure there for me. But I have the Bastion and the Diva sets, which are mechs, and that's why I was interested in them. But when I saw these come, it's like, these are pretty wicked looking sets here. I mean, this Wrecking Ball guy, this just looks really cool. Low green ball that transforms slightly. Little mouse figure thing. I mean, you gotta love that. Back looks even better than the front. Looks like there's a bunch of stickers, but nothing too crazy. Although I'm hoping that's a printed piece, but I doubt it. Putting stickers on a curve is quite the pain. And then here, Junkrat and Roadhog. Nice build, little display stand under it. It just looks like it's a nice piece altogether. Even if you're not a Overwatch fan, it's just wicked looking. Very Mad Max looking. Wish I was more familiar with the game now that I see this. And if it's actually a big fig, an interesting looking big fig in there. I'm hope that's got to be a printed part. That's an amazing looking printed part if that's printed. And at 35% off, who can turn it down? He's actually going to source one or two more of the Overwatches for me. But it's nice to get unexpected Lego at this time when, we're not meeting up as much, and it looks like a lot of Lego events are being canceled and a lot of meetups, a lot of opportunities to get some deals other than at the stores. So it's nice that a friend put a smile on my face and dropped by and hooked us up. There's the sides of the boxes. Nothing there. Bottoms are nothing to write home about. I love Lego doing nice looking backs. For years I didn't like the backs of the boxes at all, but these could be displayed either way. If you're not careful though, you might actually con yourself or trick yourself into buying two sets, thinking there's something different. Because sometimes the fronts and backs look so different. But I love the artistic style on the back of these boxes. What I'm calling the backs, so I'm calling those the fronts. So that's my Lego haul. And then I've got some story time. Let's put these down for now. Last week, I discussed my new collection, or new stuff I'm going after, which is the Mega Bloks Call of Duty. And I'm not going after everything. Handful of key sets that I want. Something represents the best of the armored vehicles, something that represents the best of the jets they have, the tanks, etc., etc. Because it's a little late to be getting into the game. It could be very costly. Um, some of this can be sourced on Facebook and some local Kijiji or Craigslist type services, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes some very good deals, sometimes not. Um, so half of this I'm sourcing from eBay, and then there's of the three sets I'm going to show, and one set, two of them are eBay. One of them is actually Facebook, and the Facebook one is kind of interesting, but that's getting ahead. This is a Calgary hit, and you know what? This might not even be Facebook. This is or eBay. This is actually me reaching out on Kijiji, I think, to a guy who had a set and was willing to. Yeah, actually it is. It's Kijiji, and I'm in Toronto, and I hit him up after searching across the country, and I go, listen, because he had a good deal. You willing to ship? And he goes, yep. And he made it happen. It's great because not a lot of people on Kijiji, unless they're already people who ship through, because they're on Facebook or other services. I find they don't want to or can't, for whatever reason, ship. That's okay. I respect that because I don't ship a lot either. But packed in this foam box. I'm a big fan of recycling wherever possible. So I'm assuming the size of the box was necessary. So we'll see now. And, oh, look at that. The Big Mac Daddy to start. Heavy Armor Outpost Tank. Wow, that takes up my whole screen right there, doesn't it? Back under the Mega Bloks thing. Wow, 2013. So this is probably one of the older Call of Duty sets I'll have, period. Because I'm trying to get some of the newer ones. But yeah, heavy armor outpost, beautiful tank, three figures. Interesting marbleized effect with some spottiness. 726 pieces from 2013. There's the back. This is just a beautiful looking set. And I'm really curious about Mega Bloks tread system. That's going to be an interesting experience, I think. I've heard good things about it. Love these detailed accessories. I'll probably take some nice close-up photography of some of this. I mean, Lego fans can cry all they want about stuff, but I mean, some of these figures. I mean, if you're a fan of G.I. Joe figures and you see some of these and the details on them, especially for their size, it's like they're just sweet. I don't call them human realistic scale because they're kind of, just like Lego's not realistic anything. These, while they're more realistic to a humanoid, they're not exact. I mean, a little more squat, a little thicker. But yeah, this is beautiful. Nothing to show you really on the ends and on the top. That's all there is really to show you there, just the figures. So they'll be a little out of focus. And the bottom, there's nothing to show you there other than the date code. So Call of Duty Heavy Armor Outpost. The military stuff, when it came to the bricks, when I was buying the Chinese bricks, tanks were my big thing. Lego won't make us tanks. I could do without all the other stuff, but I'm a big tank guy. Love tanks. And I'm really excited to build this. It looks beautiful. Doesn't look like there's too many what I would call, one-off parts for this. I mean, I'm seeing some hatch covers and stuff, but the Mega Blocks make a Construx military stuff, as with a lot of their sets. They kind of go that one step further, at least, especially with the more current bricks. I'm hoping the quality of these is okay, because this is kind of before where I felt Mega Blocks was improving, right before the purchase. So I'm hoping this is going to be okay. We'll see. I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, really excited here. Okay, so that's the first one. And that was from Calgary, from a guy who helped me out on Kijiji. And now next, let's see, this one. This one was from Asia. This was a eBay purchase, and probably one I felt the most iffy about. Wow, he packed it really good. eBay win. Took a long time. Took a long time to get here. Oh, he really customed it. I'm going to try to not destroy this. Use my best box cutting skills here. I mean, either way, I'm a builder. I'm not a box collector. But I don't want to slice this prematurely. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to do some surgery here. Okay. So it looks like he went above and beyond. We'll see. And if I recall, everything I ordered this round has been new, sealed in box. I find that with the Mega, it's just not worth me going the used route because I can't correct any problems. And depending on the service, if I have any issue, I can get a real easy refund. So I find I don't get screwed too often. I go on this route, make sure I get the tracked shipping and all that jazz. Okay, surgery on the box. Wow, it's in there really good. Oh, let's see. Now, none of these were perfect mint boxes or anything, but they were sealed boxes. Everything is supposed to be sealed. Tissue paper, very happy. Some collectors are like that. Ooh. All right. So, from Asia, supposed to be sealed box. Looks sealed. Nothing sketchy from the looks of it. Looks like a Harrier to me. I'm seeing what looks like the vertical takeoff and landing thrusters. Combat fighter, they call it. I guess I couldn't call it a Harrier because then you'd have some branding issues. A 2015 set, right around or before the purchase. So still Mega Blocks, 652 pieces. 3 figures. Let's see what the back looks like. Ooh, nice. And it is vertical takeoff and landing. So, I mean, basically, this is a Harrier. They don't want to call it a Harrier, but that's what it is. And you could debate the merits of the Harrier as a worthy air warrior craft. This is a nice set. I'm looking forward to this. Just because there's not a lot of jets, period, in the bricks, unless you want to spend a lot of money with some of the Lego brick guys. But yeah, this is nice. I am going to enjoy this. Again, lots of marbleized pieces, which is both good and bad, adds to some of the realism. Just means to me they're all going to look alike. But yeah, that's very, very nice. Nothing much to show you there. Some figures, Call of Duties written on the back. Bottom is the date code and the year of manufacture. Yeah, but there we go. This one I've been waiting for a while. That took forever to get here from Asia. And I'll admit I was extremely concerned just ordering it. All right, this one comes from Quebec. Story time for this one. Last week when I posted my Call of Duty haul last week, cross posted it to a couple of my favorite Mega Bloks groups. A lot of great groups out there on Facebook. And a fellow I've dealt with before, well over a year ago actually, he reached out to me. Actually, it was public first, and he said, "Hey, with his broken English, French Canadian, because he's in Quebec, and he reached out to me publicly, and I couldn't quite tell 100% what he was asking, but basically I got the gist of it, which was check out his account, check out his page, his photos, and I did, and he had a lot of Mega Bloks stuff, quite the collector. And of course, I knew this a year and a half ago when, as part of a whirlwind tour going from Toronto to New Brunswick to New Hampshire to Rochester, and then back to Toronto. A lot of driving during those 7 or 10 days. I had to go 500 kilometers. He was on my way, and we had been talking back and forth for weeks. And he had something I wanted, and vice versa. But neither of us wanted to ship because what we both had was kind of rare and pricey. And I'm convinced I come out better on that deal. But given that these were both rare sets and really awesome condition going both ways, we just felt it was the best deal possible to trade even 1-to-1. So I met up with him literally 1 in the morning at his house, driving. We'd already, me and my family, been in our RAV4, been on the road for 6 hours or 7 hours because you stop a lot when you got family driving to the coast. I mean, I thought it would have been 5 hours or something, but and as I got near, popped him a message and let him know I was 20 minutes away. Got off the highway in Quebec, Montreal, and visited him at about 1:30 in the morning. Looked pretty sketchy outside, and I'm just hearing some noises. Maybe my daughter's home. Let me see. Ah, there's my daughter. Hey, daughter. So as we met up and we did the trade, and it was great. And then I had a family friend who was heading back to Toronto from the same place I was heading to, so I had him take what I had gained through the trade back to Toronto and leave it on my kitchen table, so I wouldn't be hauling it around for a week through Canada and the States. But really good experience, awesome deal on a super rare set. So this fellow, when he hit me up and I took a look at his page, it's like, wow, if I had deeper pockets, I probably would have bought a lot more. But because I've already been buying stuff, it's like, this is one set I wanted. So I saw the set and made the arrangements real quick. And I told him, you have a week, go and take your time. Because I don't push people, especially people I know and have, met and trust and all this stuff. I told him, take your time and ship it when you can. Just get me that tracking. And like he shipped it super fast and sent me off the photo of it at the post office with a tracking receipt. And I eyeballed it, and first I gave him the thumbs up, because great, awesome, thank you for getting it done so fast, which means I would have it, you know, today or before today. And then I took a close look at the photo that he snapped when he was at the counter, and he left out a vital piece of information. And I asked him, "Did you forget to write that down?" And it took him a little while to get back to me, and he goes, "Yeah, his bad." And of course, I use PayPal goods and services, so if anything were to happen, I was covered. But he felt super bad. I felt super bad. I didn't want this to go missing. I don't want to see anyone screwed out of their money needlessly. I didn't want to be hunting this down again because I've already gotten this out of my system, having acquired them, and now I'll get to build them. But I probably won't be buying many more of these sets. But yeah, he got it to me, and what he had done was he called the kind of post outlet or whoever he deals with, and he had to get in there at opening the next morning. Very quickly, fired off a new photo to me showing that it now was corrected, had the proper address info, and sure enough, I got it. Very happy. So let's see what this one is. Because unless I see another really good deal, this is probably going to be my last one for a little while, especially with the current crisis and stuff. It may not be smart to keep blowing a lot of money on bricks or anything. Let's get through some of the shenanigans in this country and around the world, and let's all start feeling better. But I am very happy that I didn't just get 3 sets I wanted from Call of Duty. I got this being the 5th set. So I'm very happy about that. So let's see what I get in this deal now. Ooh, wow. Really well packaged. That's okay. That's not a complaint. Tuck tape. Not duct tape. Tuck tape. Ooh, opening them nicely. So this is a constructed box, or a reused box again. I'm all in favor of that. Wow. I'm always impressed when people try hard to protect stuff they're shipping. Look at that. Foam packaged. I'm really happy with the effort. And I will absolutely reuse this foam, I think. Not the tape, mind you, but. And let's see. I don't even remember which set I ordered from him now. That's what happens when you're playing mad catch up trying to collect a bunch of sets. I mean, if you went on eBay and paid full price, or Amazon, it's even worse. Nice, 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 nice. Wow, I just realized. Okay, so that's the back. Ooh, that stuff smells. Maybe I won't be keeping that. Ugh. Toxic plastic foam stuff. All right, and let's see. Wow, that is pretty much collector's quality box there. That's pretty close to pristine. Shine the light around for you. I mean, there's ever a slight mark, but it's like just covering the date code. That's the back, bottom. There's the back again. Another tank set. Now, from what little research I had done, this tank, and maybe one or two other sets, but this one had been released in both Mega Blocks, the Desert Tank, Mega Blocks, and Mega Construx after Mattel had picked up Mega Blocks. Sorry about that. And he had such a great deal on this, and I'm not a box collector, and I'm not going to be worried about what might be very, very minor differences between the sets, because as far as I know, the other one's a reissue a year or two later. So I'm very happy to pick it up under the Mega Blocks name. I mean, it says 2016, so that's like right on the cusp of the purchase. Or it may have been even after the purchase, but before they started rebranding and changing boxes and logos and stuff. But another great set. Two tanks I have now, so that's great because tanks are what brought me to the dance with the alternative bricks. And I don't. It's not that I call this an alternative. They're quite a legit company. Mega Blocks have been around in Canada since I don't know the '60s or something. Long history. I couldn't tell you what they made back then because it's not like they were making a Lego-like product back then. I'm pretty sure they were not. That came much later in their history. But this is a beautiful set, this desert set. Using again the Mega Blocks treads, so I'm very hopeful. These are great looking figures, 29 accessories. Look at this long range sniper. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That is a beautiful tank. I am so very happy with that purchase right now. And of the three, sure enough, this is from Surge, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Um, it's very rare that I get any box. I mean, that's ever so slight, but this is beautiful. Not typical shelfware I see with a lot of guys who stockpile stuff for flipping or sales or whatever. He took very good care of this box while it was in his basement. I'm pretty sure he had said. So that concludes my COVID-19 quarantine pack. Not that I'm quarantined, but if I were stuck, this is not a bad group of sets to be stuck with. I mean, you're not going to be able to see all this, but the biggest, baddest box there, 700 pieces, 726, heavy armor outpost tank, desert tank. This one that I was waiting for when I did last week's haul, the combat fighter. It's a Harrier, folks. That's what it is. That's what I'm calling it. And then, let's see. Getting closer to the camera, so I'm not sure how much of this you're going to see. The Junkrat and Roadhog. Boy, that's just bad for lighting when I do that. And the Wrecking Ball set. Completely out of focus that way. So we'll squeeze them in like this. Lots of bricks. Next week, I know I've got one or two sets coming, but beyond that, it's probably going to get cold for a while. Gotta start building stuff. I'm going to build something tonight, though. So if you've been watching, thanks for watching. Hope some of this has been interesting to you. And I'll catch you later on when I build something. Gotta build something. I still haven't finished my Quake mech video, review video, but I feel like building. So thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you later. Have a good one, and be safe, everyone. And Shazam.